This could be an upsetting video for some of you. I'm going to give you some statistics about millionaires that could be shocking and may make you retreat back into your easy chair with a sack of potato chips and a good old reality series. But if you're an entrepreneur, this could be refreshing and actually make you think twice about going after those dreams and thinking, yeah, it's time. You ready? Let's go. Welcome to digitalexplorers.net. I'm your host, Landria Anka, the founder of digitalexplorers.net. We create planet-conscious businesses. No, it doesn't have to be some detailed, sustainable production or whatever. I'm talking about if you want to do good things, come on and see us. I'm teaching you how to do it, but we're doing it from scratch in a way that is creating something completely new for you. Now, I'm going to do a video on Kendra Scott. Why? She's a billionaire. Well, her company was worth $1 billion. At least it was purchased and valued at $1 billion. What she personally makes, I don't know, but she's up there. Who's Kendra Scott? She makes her own jewelry, and frankly, I looked it up because I don't think it's a big deal. I've seen it everywhere, and I looked it up and thought, what's the story with Kendra Scott? So I'm going to share that with you in the next video, because I realize it's a pretty doggone cool story, whether you like her jewelry or not. But it got me thinking about millionaires. Not just billionaires, millionaires. I wanted to know how many millionaires, because if you know me, you know I was an investment banker for 20 years. I was in the financial industry, private equity. And I saw this going on, and I'm very well aware of the statistics, but I really wanted to look deeper into it so that I could give this number to you in all fairness. And the truth is, the average millionaire goes bankrupt at least 2 times. The average millionaire, not 1 in 10 millionaires, the average millionaire. And then the statistics go as high as 3.5 times, but the average millionaire goes bankrupt 2 to 3 times. What? Okay, I'm out of here. Forget it. I'm not going after that. I'm happy with my little paycheck. No. Let's think twice about this. I'm going to give you another statistic that's very encouraging. 79% of millionaires come from nothing. That's interesting. There's definitely a connection between the 79% and the nothingness. Aren't you more motivated when you come from something that you don't want, right? Now, I have some friends who, trust fund babies, who are bored out of their brains. They're not motivated. One of them has, race cars and all kinds of huge mansion and anything he wants. Every wine that he wants in the world, he collects wines. He's not motivated. They have charitable events. They go to beautiful, lovely people. But I see that there's no fire there. And then there are those, their friends and other people that I know, who really want to hit that mark. But it's not about the money. It's about achieving something fabulous. And they really think about what that fabulous is. So it's not about, I just want to be a millionaire so I can buy my wines and drive race cars. No, that's never about that. It's, I want to achieve that status and I want to control that. How am I going to do that? What am I going to do? And then they find that thing that drives them. Number 1, if you've seen my free webinar, number 1, it has to come from passion. The most successful people come from that place. It's never about the money. That's secondary. It drives them, but it's what they're doing to get the money that is actually the most important part. How fun would that be? So, would it be worth it? Now, let me just share the story that goes behind the millionaires going bankrupt. It's not the kind of suffering that you think it is. going bankrupt for them means, more on a corporate level. The company may be in debt, maybe they have to, make some huge adjustments, but these guys aren't out on the street. In fact, they're still living really good lives. They have, accommodated themselves. They've prepared for that. They separate their personal finances. Maybe not all of them. Some of them go in, with eyes wide shut. But I'd say the majority of them study and figure out and get mentorship and find out what they need to do so that if anything does happen, they're not going to lose their personal stuff. They're going to be able to survive. And guess what they do? They pick up and do it again. Kendra Scott, who I will share her story, actually did that. Yeah, her company went down, under, kaput. She reinvented herself. Our current president has gone bankrupt. We all know that. Did he go out in the street? Was he kicked out of his penthouse? Nope. Of course not. On paper, it wasn't looking good. But when you have that kind of drive and ingenuity, inventiveness, creativity, people want to be around you and they'll help you. They know you've got it because if you've done it once, they know you'll do it again, and they know that they'll do it again. They're not frightened. It's a different mentality. Millionaires know that this is part of the game, and it actually drives them. In fact, getting to their goals is a little boring. What do? The first thing they do is go to the next level or open up another company or whatever. They take even bigger chances. That's the game. They love the game of risk. Now, not everybody loves that. I train everyday people who are entrepreneurial how to create businesses from scratch who have no idea what it takes. Why? My goal, my passion, and I have some big goals, but my passion was, how do I take the everyday person out there and help them to transform into that millionaire mindset, but doing it based on that thing that they love. Let's find the thing they love and get them into that mindset of the drive that gets them to those big goals. And not all of them care about the money. Some of them do want to hit some big goals, but they care more about what they're creating. And that's why the whole program is based on that. It's what we're creating first, and then we monetize it, because that is the foundation of ultimate success. And look at any millionaire and billionaire. And absolutely, that's where it is. And there are those that go out there and don't do that, and they collapse, and they're built on really nothing. And so people see that they weren't being honest or ethical, or they were just about the money, and they sort of lose their reputation. But people who are ethical, they want to be ethical, they want to do good things. Maybe they don't have, sustainable products or planet conscious products and services like we do. But they're driven for what they're offering. They believe in it. And so I wanted to take that and help people to change the planet in a positive way. What a better way to be motivated is to know that if I can do something I love, I'm really excited about this, and I'm going to actually improve the world, other people's lives, animals, plants, the planet, the environment, whatever it is you choose. Again, it could be anything. It could be a coach. It could be, helping people to make choices about their purchases. I have hundreds of affiliate links in addition to my own brands. And all of them help people make higher choices, healthier choices. It feels really good. What if I could take people and put them in this environment where everything we do is creating a great purpose for them and a positive impact on the planet? Yeah, and we create millionaires from there. Again, not everybody wants to be a millionaire, but they're going to achieve their financial goals much easier based on that than just saying, let's see, how many books can I sell on KDP? Silliness, that's silliness. So, yeah, don't let that scare you. Millionaires are risk takers. They actually will gamble things to take it to the next level. And when it doesn't work, they learn and they don't quit. Why are they bankrupt twice? Because they go back again. and they become millionaires again and again. So it's not like they were millionaires. We're talking about millionaires. Have been bankrupt, they're still millionaires. So it's not like they quit after that happens. They use it to become more powerful. And that's no different than anything else in your life that you've tried or fallen off the balance beam or the bike or the skis or whatever. You don't say, oh, that's it, going back to the lodge. I would have quit a long time ago if that was the case. No, they said, you know what, it can be done. And I really want to do this. And I'm sort of having fun even though I'm beat up. And you go back and you do it and do it. And then you get this accomplishment and it's amazing. And then maybe you break a leg, right? You let it mend and you go back. That's what millionaires do. So don't let this frighten you. Let it motivate you. And by the way, there is no reason for you to go bankrupt. It doesn't have to work out that way. The reason I'm sharing this with you is I want you to realize it's no big deal to them. It's part of the process of growth and success. You ready for it? Yeah? Nope, you're not going to have to go down that route. Let's set you up to do some amazing things. Let's plan it out. Let's take it step by step. And if your goals are much smaller, let's go hit them. I'll show you how that works. I'll talk to you in the next video about Kendra Scott. I think you're going to find this very interesting. Thanks so much for listening. Take care.